It's gonna be tough, but you will still find the way to win.
Niccolò Machiavelli, a 16th century Italian philosopher and political strategist, is best known for his seminal work, The Prince, which outlines the ruthless yet pragmatic principles of gaining and maintaining power. While he didn't explicitly list 8 rules of power, his teachings have been distilled into essential leadership lessons that remain relevant today. Machiavelli's ideas challenge conventional morality, emphasizing practicality over idealism. His work teaches that leaders must sometimes make tough, even controversial decisions to secure their authority and achieve long-term success. By studying his principles, modern professionals can learn to navigate complex power dynamics in their careers and personal lives. One of Machiavelli's core lessons is that it is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. He argues that fear is a more reliable tool for control than love, as people are less likely to betray or challenge someone they fear. However, he cautions against being hated. Excessive cruelty can lead to rebellion. In a modern context, this translates to assertive leadership, commanding respect through competence and decisiveness, rather than relying solely on likability. Leaders who balance authority with fairness often inspire both respect and loyalty, creating a stable and productive environment. Another key principle is the ends justify the means. Machiavelli advises that leaders should focus on outcomes rather than the morality of their methods, as long as the result benefits their position or organization. This controversial idea underscores the importance of strategic thinking. Sometimes unconventional or tough decisions are necessary for success. In business, this might mean making unpopular cuts to save a company or using aggressive tactics to outperform competitors. However, leaders must weigh the ethical implications to avoid long-term damage to their reputation or relationships. Machiavelli also emphasizes the importance of adaptability. He warns that relying too heavily on luck or fixed strategies can lead to failure. Instead, leaders must be flexible, adjusting their approach to changing circumstances. In today's fast-paced world, this means staying agile, whether pivoting a business model, embracing new technologies, or shifting leadership styles to suit different team dynamics. Those who resist change risk being left behind, while adaptable leaders thrive in uncertainty. A fourth lesson is mastering the art of deception when necessary. Machiavelli acknowledges that honesty isn't always the best policy. Sometimes leaders must withhold information or present half-truths to maintain control or avoid panic. In modern leadership, this translates to strategic communication, knowing when to disclose details and when to keep cards close to the chest. However, overuse of deception can erode trust, so it must be employed judiciously and with clear purpose. Machiavelli advises leaders to cultivate strong alliances but avoid dependence on others. Power is often a collective effort, and having reliable allies can bolster one's position. However, relying too heavily on others creates vulnerability. In careers and business, this means building networks and partnerships while maintaining independence. Leaders should foster mutually beneficial relationships without becoming overly reliant on any single person or group, ensuring they retain control over their destiny. Another critical rule is to crush enemies decisively. Machiavelli warns that half measures against rivals can backfire, allowing threats to resurge. In leadership, this means addressing conflicts or competition with firmness and finality. Whether dealing with workplace rivals or industry competitors, hesitation or leniency can lead to prolonged struggles. Leaders must act decisively when neutralizing threats, though they should also avoid unnecessary cruelty, which can breed resentment. Finally, Machiavelli stresses the importance of appearances. Perception often outweighs reality, so leaders must project strength, confidence, and virtue, even if they occasionally act contrary to these ideals. In the modern era, this underscores the value of personal branding and reputation management. Leaders who skillfully craft their image can inspire followers, attract opportunities, and deter challenges. By combining these timeless principles with ethical judgment, today's professionals can harness Machiavellian wisdom to achieve power and success in their own lives.